Hey y'all, it's your girl Mariahsincere, and I'm back with another video. But before I get to the subject matter, y'all go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so my video can get circulated across these YouTube streets. Okay, baby, today we're gonna be talking about something serious, okay? How to avoid being pimped. And I got my notes here, I got my pen because I'm really gonna take y'all to school today. So I had to just write my points down because I need to really touch on some things and I need y'all to really get it through your head. So first, let me tell y'all what inspired this video. I was watching Nyla's Vibes channel. Shout out to her. And I'm gonna link the video that I was watching. And I know some of y'all gonna be upset with me because I was watching Nyla's channel and she be going hard on black men. But let me tell y'all, I feel like, and I'm fair with this, I'm consistent, because I feel like men should watch some red pill videos every now and then. I feel like if you're a person who try to do right and you got good intentions, every now and then you do need to go watch people who are talking about the extremes of how you can get treated out here. Okay, you need to remind yourself. Do you need to watch that type of stuff every day? No, because you will begin to get bitter in your interactions and jaded, and you'll begin to treat people who don't even move like that like they move like that. You feel me? But it does help you keep your eye open for, you know, them worst case scenarios. Okay, but tread lightly with that. But anyways, I was watching one of her videos and it was this guy called, she was talking about this dude called Nature Boy, who apparently he has a cult where he is pimping women. Okay, he's pimping women. He might even be pimping the men from how I hear he be doing them. But he had these women out here talking about he is God and reciting that they need to bring him their money and just all type of stuff. And I know it's easy for a lot of people to look at those women and be like, well, they can just leave. Because that's one thing he kept saying through the video. If you don't want to be here, just leave. Just leave. But you have to understand the mindset that somebody gets you to in order for you to even do some stuff like that. I know a lot of y'all think that like, oh, it could never be me. Or y'all feel like, well, what's wrong with those women? They obviously want to be there, but you got to understand that a predator knows how to choose their victim. And a lot of these men do not start off like that. I'm pretty sure he did not lure those women to where he is at into a place where they would be doing that type of stuff for him by being mean to them, guys. You know, if you're like a Christian, there's a saying in the Christian Bible that say like the devil is like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay, that is how these people move and operate. They know exactly what they need to say to get you hooked, and then they put that old bait and switch. And you'll be doing things that you never even thought that you would do because this person painted such a pretty picture for you and sold you a dream. And you'll be willing to do it because you're desperate. And that's gonna bring me to my topic, like the beginning of my topic, because I'm gonna tell y'all what's the number one reason why people, in particular women, get played. You are desperate for love, okay? And I'm gonna do a post about this, about how y'all conduct yourself on social media and things of that nature. But a lot of y'all are so desperate for a man. You're exuding that energy, okay? It's like vultures. Vultures come. Men can tell when you are desperate for love, okay? And they know exactly what to say and do to make you think that you have found that. And when a woman thinks she's found love, she want to hold on to that, okay? So being desperate for love is the number one way to get pimped, okay? Also, before you can even get pimped, let me tell y'all, raise y'all daughters, men and women. If you're a single mother, raise your daughters with some self-esteem. And you need to talk about how men behave like a man would talk to her. This is the problem with a lot of women. When y'all be trying to, I guess, put y'all daughter up on game, first of all, y'all don't understand the game y'all self, really and truly. And second, when you do, you're too like holier than thou about it. You make it seem like you talking down on her. Y'all quick to call y'all daughters fast, to tell your daughter, oh, you being a little hoe, this and that. That does not help anything. Okay, that does not help your daughter recognize some signs that she needs to be looking at. And then also, when you're having these conversations, it's great to have a man there, and not just any type of man. You want to get you one of your old roughneck cousins or uncles, the ones that been out here, done did some of the stuff that you trying to warn your daughter about, because it's good to have a man co-sign what you saying. So it don't seem like you just coming at her neck like that. You feel me? So be mindful, and always make sure you're being respectful to your daughters when you're talking to them about these type of subjects, so that they can receive the information. That don't mean they gonna follow it, but at least you did your due diligence, okay? Another thing, do not teach your daughters about good men and bad men. Don't teach your daughters to fall for these fairy tale. Look, let me tell you, you setting your daughter up to get pimped doing that. Okay, talking about a man needs to be buying her flowers and doing all type of stuff. You're setting your daughter up. Okay, you need to talk about character, not necessarily what a man is doing or can do for her. You need to be talking about character, and you need to be telling your daughters to take their time with men. Okay, all of this telling them men should be doing X, Y, Z for them. You are setting her up for a man that knows how to sell a dream. Okay, so don't teach good men and bad men. Teach your daughter men are men, and you need to take responsibility for how you deal with them and how you interact with them and the things that you allow from them. Okay, my second point, anybody can pimp you. Okay, the game has changed, y'all. Pimps are not just like, I think a lot of y'all have this perception of pimps like Snoop Dogg's. They got their hair, relaxed and curled, and they got the pimp suit on, and they talking like pimps, and no, y'all, the game has definitely changed a lot. Y'all, I done seen some pimps. These be young dudes, okay, in their 20s. They be fine, okay? They look like they got some money, okay? They got nice cars, they be fine, okay? And they know they fine, okay? Matter of fact, some of the best pimps, they look real good, and that's what they use their looks to attract women, okay? Understand, anybody can pimp you. Your boyfriend can pimp you. Do y'all know, I know so many girls who, they man, if you go to work all day and you pay all the bills, I don't care if your boyfriend don't have any type of any other hoes, okay? You his hoe, okay? You his number one hoe. If you get up and you go to work every day and you pay the bills and your man don't contribute, he just live off of you, baby, your boyfriend is pimping you, okay? That ain't your boyfriend, that's your pimp. I'm sorry to tell you, okay? But that's what's going on. So you might want to reconsider that relationship dynamic. Also, my third point, you need to avoid places that pimps gravitate towards. The number one place being the strip club. Okay, and this message is more so for my young ladies. I know a lot of y'all get 18, y'all are watching all these strippers online and you feel like you want to go make that fast money. But if you are somebody who is easily influenced, if you can't even say no to your friends when they ask you to go out, but you have a test in the morning or you have to go to work in the morning, if you can't say no to a drink when you don't feel like drinking, you let people pressure you to do stuff, baby, you do not need to be in a strip club. The strip club is not for you. You don't even have your mind right. If that's something you want to do, maybe build your mental fortitude and try it when you're earlier. But y'all, try something different. Like, I always recommend, like, try to go to school or do something else first before you go to the strip club, unless that's something you absolutely just have to do. Because a lot of young girls get caught up in the strip club. Again, them young, fine pimps, they be in the strip club, baby. And they be recruiting the girls that are young and they don't know any better, okay? So the strip club is the number one place where you can meet a pimp. The second place, which a lot of y'all probably don't even think about, is online dating. Let me tell you why. The vultures is online. Okay, they understand that the only way a woman would even come online is if she is desperate for love. Okay, so a lot of pimps will get on there and they will start going on dates with you and again sell you a dream, and the next thing you know, like on the Tinder swindler, you're giving this man money. So you might not necessarily be, you know, selling your coochie, but you're, you know, you're giving your money. He's extracting resources from you and he's not putting anything back into you. Okay, so dating apps, I avoid. All women stay off dating apps. You need to meet a man in character so you can get a feel of his aura and his energy, and then again, take your time with him. If a man asks you for money within that first year of y'all dating and it's not an emergency situation, like did he in jail or it got to be something, and he had really have to have shown you that he got a solid character, don't do it. Okay, I don't care how much you like to do, don't do it. Okay. And the third most prevalent way to get pimped, and this is again for my younger girls, running away. I don't care how bad it is at home. If it's a situation where you're getting abused or molested, go to the police so they can open up a CPS case. I know not all of these foster homes are good. You know, foster care is not great. A lot of things happen, but I promise you it's better than being out here in these streets on that whole stroll. Okay, so if you're being abused at home, go report it so that you can possibly be removed from home and get to a different situation where you are not being abused, or maybe go live with a family member or something like that. Running away, okay, because especially when you're a teenager, you cannot get any type of job that's going to be able to pay your bills and support you. Okay, so what's gonna happen is you gonna run into a pimp who understands you're a runaway. Okay, get in your head, be nice at first, and then all of a sudden you gonna be out there on that whole stroll, and they gonna be pimping you, and you're just you so caught up, you ain't even graduated from high school. Okay, you ain't got no high school diploma. You might be working in a strip club illegally for this man, and you don't have any documentation, or if you did have any documentation, I'm sorry, y'all, I am filming on my phone. Or if you did have any documentation, like a social security or birth certificate, the pimp is gonna take it away from you, okay? And the only way that they're gonna give it to you is if you go, well, I mean, if you're underage, they taking it away from you, baby. That man is gonna own you, okay? And then when you do get older, if you're still with him and you do get that documentation, he's still gonna make you give it up. And the only way you're gonna get it is when you go apply to go work at the strip club or something, okay? So y'all need to understand this. Now, a lot of these young girls, these pimps make them think that they're their boyfriends. And I'm talking about true pimps that got multiple hoes. I remember there was one girl, I knew this one girl, and like we was all outside and her pimp came and slapped her. Okay, slapped the mess out of her. That girl was like 18. He slapped that girl so hard, her wig shifted and her earring flew off. Then we seen her the next day, and she gonna tell everyone, now her face swole where she got hit. She's so delusional. She telling everybody that she had a toothache. Girl, we just seen your pimp slap you. And this girl used to be convinced that this was her man. Okay, he would be with all his hoes. He be messing with all of them, getting money from all of them. But every time she talked about him in conversation, she would be calling him her man or my nigga. Like, oh, I'm like, girl, that's not your man. That's your pimp. What? But you know, we just kind of learned to play along because maybe that's what she needs to tell herself. I'm sure that's what he was telling her, you know, to accept the situation. But baby girl, that was clearly your pimp. So yeah, don't. And he got her real young, y'all. So do not run away from home. Okay. My fourth point, don't be so quick to accept financial help from men. Okay. A lot of men will immediately come in like Captain Saber, okay? And what turns out to be the case in a lot of these situations is those men will invest something into you and then require, okay, them funds from you later on, okay? It's like putting down a small investment because they know they're gonna see major returns. This can happen in a regular relationship dynamic, okay? So what happened is a guy, like let's say you meet a guy and he pays your light bill and he just start doing all this stuff for you, and then he'll hit you one day talking about he down bad and he needs you to come up with some money for him. And you might not even necessarily go, I mean, you don't have to go sell your body, but then it becomes a point where you have to keep, every time this man asks you for money, you're going to keep giving this money because he's guilt tripping you to do it, because he's telling you all the stuff he's done for you thus far. Okay, so I've seen this happen to so many just regular women. Okay, that's why I say be very funny about your money. Okay, and you know, if you help somebody out once, that doesn't mean that you have to keep doing it. Okay, or just because a man did something for you don't mean that you owe him a financial debt. Okay, if somebody do something for you, they need to do it out the kindness of their heart. And if you want to reciprocate, cool, but you don't need to reciprocate because you feel pressure to reciprocate. Okay. That's pretty much it, y'all. That's pretty much all my points. Again, I want to stress, understand that the game is different. Pimps don't come to you asking you, do you want to get pimped? They're not talking to you like you a hoe, okay? Most of the time, they're coming at you on some, let's get, you know, even some guys come at you like, oh, let's get some money together. They'll hype your head up. Oh, you know how much you could be making. They'll even come try to lie to you and tell you like, oh yeah, you ain't got to sell your cat to get some money, baby. That's how they get you with your foot in the door, okay? There are no men who's just gonna be spending a whole bunch of money on you, and this is not your man, and you never have to lay down with them. And any woman that tell you that is, you know, she lying, okay? She lying. Any man that tell you that, he lying, okay? A lot of the times, again, they'll come up to you pretending that they want a relationship. These are just things you have to look out for. So I feel like I'm missing some points, but I mean, if you follow what I said, pretty much, you can avoid getting pimped, whether it be an actual pimp or a boyfriend or even a girlfriend in your life, because it's some female pimps, okay? You need to watch out for them, because I seen a girl get pimped by a female before, and I said, baby, I would have, and then the girl had the nerve to beat her up in front of everybody. And I said, baby, she would have been got her ass whooped, baby. You can't, how you let another woman pimp you? But that's a conversation for another day. Oh, okay, no, hold on. Let me tell y'all an example of a woman pimping you too, that a lot of the times is a little bit more slick. Y'all remember on the Players Club when Ebony was having Diamond go dance for Junior, and she wasn't telling Ebony that she was collecting a cut or a percentage every time she did these private events? That's another way that women will get you, pretending to be your friend and collecting a fee on the back end, and you don't even know what's going on, okay? All right, guys, that's all I have. Y'all have a good day.